Okay, tonight for homework, you have this activity to do in Discovery Ed. It's from the Earthquake Activity 2, and how you get to that is from the Tectonic Forces website right here. If you go to click on materials right here and you look at the student activities group 2, it's on the earthquake sheets that you got today in class and that we started. And this is actually the um, sheets that you should have gotten. Um, Here, we did earthquakes activity 1. You should have done that. That's questions 1 through 7. And then earthquakes activity 2. And this is the page that it brought me to. And this is the part I want to give you the help on. These charts right here, you should be able to fill in if you use page 181 in your notebook, because you already have these filled in. We've already, I put the answers up for you to check your work from the first activity on tectonic forces, which was structures and forces and gravity, activities 1 and 2. So you should already have these boxes checked um, with the correct information. However, how you do this down here, I'm putting a link up on the Weebly to help you because we hadn't discussed normal faults and reverse faults yet. I'm putting a link up on the Weebly so that you can go and see the animations for these faults. This is a strike slip fault, and that occur at transform boundaries. This one is a reverse fault, and it happens at convergent boundaries, and this one is a normal fault which happens at divergent boundaries. And this link is the link that I'm going to put up right here. It shows you that. So you see at a normal fault, this plane is up higher than this plane. That is the same thing as this one right here in B in this on this activity. The reverse fault is just the opposite, and the normal fault happens at divergent boundaries. The reverse fault happens at convergent boundaries. You see the red arrows are going toward each other. That's a convergent boundary, and it states it right here, convergent boundary. So reverse faults happen at convergent boundaries. And then you have the normal fault at divergent boundaries. The red arrows are going away from each other. And then you have the strike slip fault right here, and that is transform boundaries. So if you do our hand motion that I taught you in class, you'll understand what I'm saying. But these are sliding past each other, and it tells you right here at transform plate boundaries. That's where that occur. Okay, so back to this screen. To do this chart, these numbers right here match the numbers up here. So number 1, Chile, should be right here. This is just showing you on a map where it's happening along this plate boundary right here, or this border right here. So number 1 would be right here, and it matches these numbers up here on the map, matches the number of the place in the chart. But how you do this is, what you have to do is go back to the tectonic forces page, and you're going to see, all right, number 1 happens right here. So you're going to locate this spot on the tectonic forces page. So you go to this page, and this would be the same spot right here. And you can see I already have it on divergent. So this spot, this doesn't happen at a divergent boundary because there's no arrows here. See, all of these where the arrows are moving away are the divergent boundaries. This is not a divergent boundary. So I'm going to try transform. So I'll go here, and I'll try transform to see if it's going to happen at a transform boundary. And it's not happening at a transform boundary because Chile was right in here at this boundary where the Nazca plate and the South American plate kind of border each other. So then I'll try one of the convergence and see. Let's try convergent continental continental. So that's when you go to your chart that you have on page 180, because that's where the convergent ones are. And you will check off all of the things that convergent continental continental have checked in your chart. And that will be shallow focus earthquakes, intermediate deep focus earthquakes, and then you also have mountain chains. And once you do that, you're supposed to get that box to show you that it's correct. And um, continental continental was over here, um, where these arrows are, and so that doesn't really fit the continental continental. So I'll keep trying until I get one. Ocean to ocean. Um, a boundary that fits. So let's check off the ocean. The ocean, that would be the shallow focus, the intermediate, the volcanoes, the island arc, and the deep sea trenches.